Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and today we're going to look at rFactor 2. Now I know it's not a new title, I know it's been out for a while and I've had it for a while. I think I've clocked up 7 hours on it somehow. I think probably 6 of those it must have been open on my desktop because I can't ever remember playing it. So we're going to have a look at rFactor 2. I'm going to get the field of view and the controls set up so we can have a proper look at it and see how it compares to the other simulators. On the last video I did on this theme, I looked at Automobilista 2, and the big thing that let that down was the online experience. Now I'm hoping that rFactor 2 will kind of live up to my expectations really and provide a better experience than Automobilista did, because that let me down massively. Anyway, I'll get things set up and then we'll start the simulator. So we've started the sim and we're greeted with this box here. What is it? I don't know. But the only thing, well, there's only 3 icons on there that I've found of interest. The first one is this cog, and it's got your video mode settings on there. So they're your main settings for your video. Gives you your options for the GPU, resolution, all that kind of stuff. But you can adjust that a little bit more in the sim. And then we've got this box here which is your multiplayer, and this box here which is your single player, and I've no idea what these do. Mass utility, host, so I presume you can set up your own race server there, but we can't obviously. Multiplayer, what are these tabs here? Multiplayer, nothing really on there to speak of, nothing really. So if you want to just play single player, you click the 1 helmet. Multiplayer, it's 2. So we'll click on the 1 and let's get into the sim. Now here we are in the sim. A gripe already. The box that we looked at previously that had the multiplayer section, I would like it if they could incorporate that into the sim here, like every other sim on the market, like an AI race, single player or online. I don't know why it's not here. Anyway, that's by the by. It's not really a great big deal unless you're swapping from one to the other, I suppose. So we're going to have a look. Series, I don't know what that does. I don't know if that's if you buy any of the content, it pops up there. I don't know. So tracks wise in rFactor 2, lots and lots of tracks to choose from. Content's good. I've only tried a couple of them. I've downloaded a couple from the Steam Workshop, which was really easy. Croft, because that's my local circuit in the north of the UK. I've downloaded Road America. I've had a go on that one. That looks good. Isle of Man, TT course. I've had a quick look at that. I need to try that again. And Bathurst, I think I downloaded that one, or does that come with the free content? I don't know. But we're going to have a look today at Silverstone, because that comes with the base game. So we'll have a look at that GT layout. Car-wise, there's plenty of cars to choose from on rFactor 2. Lots and lots of cars to choose from. Whatever floats your boat, I'm sure there'll be a particular car that you like. What I don't like, now, I really, really don't like this, is this plus minus type system they've got going on here. So, we've got the Porsche selected there. If I wanted to drive a Honda, I click Honda. Then I click, oh, I want to drive the Civic. So we'll click that one. Oh no, we still haven't selected it. We've got to select delivery. Then we select that one. Same with if there is a car with a couple of models in. Nissan probably will have. So we'll drive the Nissan, or we'll drive the 370Z, and then you've got to select delivery. But then if you want to do the GTR, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know how else they could do it. Maybe copy another sim. I don't know. But it's just not a great way of doing it, that. So we're going to drive the Porsche 911 GT3 today. No qualifying. We'll go to session settings. So this is what I've set up. So it's a 4:30 PM start, 3 laps around Silverstone, 20 times time scale, fuel usage normal and all the rest of it. AI strength 90%. Now, I didn't know rFactor 2 had rain until I started making this video. I've never really explored it at all, and it's got rain. And I've looked online, and there are plugins so you can have real-time weather wherever you are in the world. It will load that weather into the sim. which is perfect. I like that kind of thing a lot. Now, I've tried this race a couple of times, and I've put their grid position 25. AI drivers 31. And it's always put me at the front of the grid. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. But I don't think I am. It's just put me at the front of the grid. So it probably will do the same again here now. If it does, I'm just going to let everybody by, and then we'll have a cruise round Silverstone for 3 laps. Right. AI strength 90%. AI aggression 25. Yeah, we'll leave it on 25. AI limiter, I don't know what that is. It would be nice if when you hovered over one of the settings, it would tell you what they did. That would be a really, really nice little addition, that. So weather-wise, light clouds, no chance of rain. Happy days. Right. Options. So here you can choose your graphics options here. So we've got everything maxed out. I don't know what this vertical field of view does. I'll have to have a look at that. But it goes 10 and then it goes up. I don't know what it does. I've left it. Turn the steering wheel off. Mirrors are on, but they're not aligned properly. I don't know if you can change that somewhere, maybe in a config file, but I can't find anywhere in the sim to change the pitch and yaw of the mirrors. Visible vehicles, we'll whack that up a bit to 35. That might kill my frame rate, but never mind. Audio controls. We need to map a button for wiper. Is there a aids? Is there a white windscreen wiper? Devices. What's that? I'm just having a look now. Whilst seat, display, driving air, blah blah blah, miscellaneous. Right. So frame rate, time acceleration, screenshot. Can we change anything on here? Driving. There must be a windscreen wiper button. Does it have windscreen wipers? Am I just blind? We've got headlights. Suppose we might better map a button for headlights just in case. Wipers, there we are. So we'll have wipers there with that button. There we go. We better save that one. Sorry, I should have done all this before I started recording the video, but there we go. Right, let's get on track. Here we are then in the garage before the start of the race. As it's done previously, it's put us in position 1. We can't change that at all, can we? I don't think we can change. What's expand mean? Oh, that's that. Right, okay. So we can't change that. So it looks like we're going to be starting P1. So we'll look in the garage. I'm really impressed with the amount of adjustability you can do in the cars. You can pretty much change everything if it's available in that particular car, which is good. Settings, you can change a few things. We can change a few things actually in the sim, which is good. So audio, spotter lap times. I've never heard anything as horrific as that in my life. Well, I have. I've heard really bad stuff in my life. But in a sim, that's the worst thing I've ever heard, is the spotter calling out the lap times at the end. I don't like that. Get it off. Not a fan of that at all. Difficulty, we've got everything off. So it's down to me. This, if I crash, I can't blame anything else apart from me. Right. So as expected, it's put us at the front, so we'll drop back and let all these guys go. In the top right, you can see the frames per second that we're getting. Right, go on lads. Let these guys through. So yeah, in the top right, you can see what frames per second we're getting. I thought they were going to crash then. Banging each other's doors then. Right, so we'll drop back a little bit. There we go. See if these guys want to go around the outside, and they can if they want. So far so good. Okay, right. So what are we getting? Mid-60s frames per second. That's on triple 1440, max detail. That's not bad. That's not bad. And it's a buttery smooth 60-70 frames per second as well. I don't mind 60 frames if it's smooth. I really don't. 60 frames per second is perfect, or perfectly fine, should I say, for sim racing. Perfectly fine. Oh, big stutter there though. For some reason, don't know why. Oh, that's wide. That's wide. It's a warning. I don't know if I can get rid of that box in the bottom left of the screen there either. You can't see it, I don't think. I think my camera's going to be in the way. That's gone again now. So what do I think graphically? It looks good. Maybe it's a bit oversaturated. Maybe, I don't know if we can change that anywhere. But it does look a bit oversaturated. But looks good. It's running well. Apart from those couple of stutters that we've had. Running alright. Force feedback feels incredible. The force feedback feels really good. In fact, I would go as far as to say that it's the best force feedback that I've felt in any sim. When you go over the curbs, you can feel every detail. I mean, you can feel the detail on the road, but the curbs almost kind of drag you in a bit. But the curbs feel really good. Yeah, I like it. Oh boy, what are you doing? Try and get him done. Oh, he's going to do the old switcheroo. He's coming back, is he? No. So, handling. Obviously we've not loaded a setup. The car feels a little bit understeery, not much grip at the front. But it's alright though. It's alright. It's alright, you know. I quite like it. Bit of a slide there. You couldn't really feel that slide through the force feedback there. It was just visual that I knew it was starting to slide. As far as triple monitor setup goes, there was only the one box in the graphics options at the beginning that you could tick. I haven't changed anything else as far as, or I couldn't find any of the settings for things such as monitor size, my eye from the screen. But out of the box it looks absolutely perfect. The field of view, really good. Really good. Catching these boys up now. Sound. I don't know. I don't know what a real Porsche sounds like when you're in it. But it doesn't sound angry enough. Well, I thought it would have sounded a bit angrier, if you know what I mean. Just a bit more raspy. Same with when I tried Automobilista, it just didn't seem raspy enough. And I'm only basing it off other sims that I've been on, such as iRacing and ACC. ACC's got the best sounding cars, I think. This car starts to feel alright now. It's I like it. Can I get him done? Yes. Do you know what? I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. Until I drop it in super deep there. He's going the old switch round. No chance, sorry pal, you're not getting it done today. Unless I lose it here. Ah, got him done. So frame rate, still acceptable for me, that. Triple 1440s, definitely. close the door then. Whoa! Whoa, nearly. Yeah, handling wise, I really like it, to be honest. I think the car handling... Yeah, it obviously takes some time to get used to another sim. I've obviously been on iRacing for a few years now, and that's my go-to sim. And for the online reasons, probably always will be, unless somebody comes up with a legitimate alternative. I could feel that there, the front wheel's locked up. I could definitely feel that through the force feedback. There we go. Those 3 laps went really quickly. I was kind of hoping that we'd get a little bit more time there. I was enjoying that. But I'm interested to see what the rain looks like. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. But yeah, graphically, it just looks a little bit oversaturated to me. I mean, I could change my monitor, I guess, easily enough. You know, just to tone it down a little bit. I could have a preset on my screens. But I don't really want to be doing that. But that was really good. It's easy to lose it though, so if I stamp on the throttle now... Yeah, so it is. So you can lose it. Sorry. Right, I'm going to duck down this pit lane here, just pull off. There we go. Right, let's have a look and see what it's like in the rain. So we'll try it again in the rain. Exactly the same settings as before. The only thing we've changed is it should be raining. It'll probably start us at the front. If it does, we'll drop to the back and let everybody past. So look at the frames per second. So it's in the 40s now. It has gone down quite a bit. We'll put the wipers on. The track doesn't look wet actually. So let these guys all through. Come on, boys. So what are we at? 48 frames per second. I'll take a wide line here actually and let everybody through. Still feels like there's a bit of grip, so I don't think it's that wet. Right, we'll try and get back on track here when we can. Hopefully they're all up the inside here right now. Right, come on lads. Let's all get through in one piece. Still loads of grip, so there's not really any... Maybe feel a little bit of movement that we didn't before. Oh, big stutter there again. I'm going to have to put this on a quicker hard drive, I think. Yeah, it doesn't want to stop. You still feel a bit of grip at the front. I'm starting to slide a bit there though. It's not really losing traction that much, or now it's starting to rain. It's obviously just spitting before. Right, let's see what this, how this pans out on. Yeah, now it's raining. Grip wise, still feels okay though. My left window's covered in rain. I can't see out of that now. Probably see that on the camera. Yeah, it's miserable now. It's really miserable weather now here at Silverstone. Right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of wheel spin there now, which wasn't there before. You can see the car in front's leaving dry lines with the tyres. I don't know if we're on slick tyres or wet tyres, to be honest. I've no idea. But they're all going in the pits. I'm not pitting. The car feels alright at the moment, unless it's going to get worse. And it's just got worse. It's just got worse. I'm just hoping it's going to dry out. So I can see in my mirror that it's leaving rooster tails now. Yeah, there's... I presume we're on slick tyres, folks. But the rain stopped. It might dry. If it does, then we're gonna bring this home to the victory. Oh, look at that! Oh, it literally looks like it's ice now. Be a bit careful now with the throttle. Wipers are going stupid. Oh yeah. I really like changeable weather. I like the idea of driving in different conditions. I think it just... Oh, am I going to get this stopped though? Graphically, it looks really good though. I don't know what you think. What are you doing? Yeah, slipping out. Spinning up in 5th gear. I'll take this nice and easy. On the 4th gear actually. Oh, here's the rain again. That's alright though. I just wanted to see what it felt like and looked like. Oh, I hate to say it, but I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. Whoa! Oh! I don't know if we went in the pits it would change us to wets automatically. I don't know if you've got to change that somewhere or say, look, we want wets like on ACC. You can select wet tyres in there. But I'm not going to pit if I don't have to because I want to win. Full course yellow. And we've spun it. Please catch up to the safety car. I mean, we should be about finished now, though, are we? Oh! Right, stop raining, so turn the wipers off. Is that us done? Are we, so when's the... Because it was only 3 laps. I think... Have we done 3 laps? Yeah. We can't be far off now. So there's a full course yellow. Here's the rain starting again. You can really feel the weight of the rear of the car starting to spin round, you know. When you come off the gas, you can really get the impression that it's a rear-engine car. I think we'll call it quits there. I think that's it. But happy with that. So I've tried to get an online racing on rFactor 2 and failed miserably. There's lots of servers. And there's lots of players on the face of it in these servers. But on the couple that I've managed to get into, they've been populated with the computer, AI. So I presume people set the servers up with a certain number of AI and then humans to kind of fill things up, which is no good to me. I just want to race against humans. There are quite a few servers on there that are locked, which I guess are the real servers with real players. But obviously I couldn't get into those. So if anybody knows a way of getting a race on in rFactor 2, like an online race, please let me know in the comments and I will follow that up. So what do I think of rFactor 2, having spent a bit of time with it today? I came into this thinking that I was going to hate it because I've tried it previously and not spent the time to set up the controls or the field of view and all that kind of stuff. But I actually really like it. I actually really like it. Plus points, it runs reasonably well on triple 1440 at max detail. I probably wouldn't run it at the detail that I've had it. I just wanted to see if it would push the system, which it does. So it looks pretty, it runs well. I liked the transition into wet. The car handling feels good. You can push a bit more and you can, a bit like Automobilista 2, there's a little bit of leeway there where you can catch slides and have a bit of fun. Graphically, it looks well. What else? The ability to download tracks and cars for free, it would seem. I know there's paid content, but there's quite a few out there for free. I like that. Negative points, the online experience, I didn't get one. The sound, I think the sound could be improved. I'm not a fan of the sound, especially that darn spotter shouting the laps out every time you go round. What else is a negative? I can't really think of any, to be honest. I think that's the only thing that lets it down, the sound and the online. Would I buy it if I didn't have it already? Absolutely. I think the online side needs improving. But they've obviously got the ability to do it because there was Le Mans on rFactor 2 earlier in the year, so it does work. I just can't find a way of getting it done. Yeah, so would I buy it? Yes, I would buy it, definitely. Am I going to play it again? Yes, I'm going to revisit the online side. I'm determined to get a racing online. I'm going to speak to Michi Hoyer. If you don't follow Michi Hoyer, go and give him a follow on YouTube. He plays rFactor 2 quite a lot, so I'm going to have a chat with him and see if he can give me some advice how to get a racing online. But there we go. I'm going to visit a different sim in a few days' time, probably Race Room. I've had that for a while, but again, likewise, I haven't given it the attention that it probably deserves. So there we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.